I'm Sam Thomson, and I am very excited to be joined by a man who I reckon I can now call a friend, actually. I absolutely love him. It's James Arthur. James, I'm so excited to be talking about your new single, Blindside. I hear you've wanted to release this one for a while. Why is that?
When I said that, I meant that more in a kind of musical sense. Like, I wanted to do an up-tempo track that encompassed like the sort of the things that were inspiring me at the time. Like I was listening to a lot of Americana style, like Springsteen, that kind of stuff, and I wanted to kind of encompass that in the song. But in terms of the lyrical content, like I mean, it's just, you know, it's a heartbreak thing, and
with a bit of bop in it, though. I feel like
it's a cry dance sort of. You know, you can cry to it. And
do they say bop? Do they say bop anymore? I don't know if they do.
Bop, yeah. Well, I hope it's a bop, but it was a weird process, actually, because I kind of freestyled the whole thing in the booth. It was one that we almost kind of abandoned because...
Really?
I guess we were thinking, like, have we got something here? And I just kind of said, well, let me just go and try and scat a few melodies and see what happens. And came up with that phrase, blindside, and like wrote a song about how sometimes we're blindsided by love, and, you know, it doesn't work out for whatever reason, and then you've got to kind of love the ghost of that person. And which is, it feels like a cool, like, sort of mesh of two things. Like, you know, it's sad in it, but
that is unbelievable. The way you've described that is perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
gotta love the ghost of that person.
Yes.
What does that even mean?
Well, you know, you've got no access to them, so they may as well be dead. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you got to like, look at their Instagram and all that. So it's like they're not really. You
got to look at the memories, man.
Yeah, man.
That's probably the best quote I think I've ever heard of. I'm nicking that.
Yeah.
I'm going to steal that one, mate. And look, you've been out in America recently working on artwork and things for the track. I've never properly been to like LA or like anywhere really in the States before. No. Like, what's it like over there? And can you really sort of like, can you dial in when you're out there? What is it about America?
I've always kind of like felt at home there because it's okay to be a bit of a weirdo. But,
Get me out there, mate.
Yeah, man. It's good crack, and the weather's good. It's inspiring, and music is ingrained in the culture there, and like the type of music that I like is very popular there. So yeah, I love it.
Do you like? If you've, sorry, this is just, I'm a fanboy of this kind of stuff, so humour me. When you go out there, and let's say you've like been put in touch with someone who, you know, is talented, they know you're talented, so you like meet up to do some writing stuff. Like, what's that like when you like first meet them? You're like, hey, here we go, pen to paper, let's kick it off.
I mean, yeah, that's a good question. It's always weird because, you know, like, in order to make something that's going to move people somewhere down the line, you have got to be really vulnerable with people you don't know a lot of the time. It's like taking your clothes off for someone you've just met. And like, you know that you've got to do that, but it's, I mean, I think you realise quite quickly whether that person is someone that you can collaborate with and make something decent. It doesn't always work out, but, you know, sometimes there's magic.
I think when you're involved, it's always magic, mate, when it's you. Could you actually do me a massive favour, by the way, and introduce the magic new single that is Blindside, please?
What's up? This is James Arthur, and you're listening to my brand new song, Blindside, on the Hits UK.
Pick your love on Hits UK, and I am still joined by the wonderful James Arthur here on Hits UK. Let's talk about your album, mate. You're working on it at the moment. What can you tell me about it?
I am genuinely more excited about this bunch of music than anything I've ever done before, because I think I feel like the whole album is just wall to wall, like, great tunes.
Wall-to-wall bangers, mate.
Yeah, man. It just feels...
Do you know what? I love it when someone comes in and goes, something that I'm the most excited I've ever been, mate. That's so cool.
Yeah, man. I genuinely just, I love what we've been doing.
Well, you're making me mad excited now as well. Dude, I love a James Arthur album, mate. I mean, look, I've seen you in my gym before, mate. And the amount of times I've wanted to come up to him and talk to him, but I never did because I was nervous, because he's a star and I am not.
Yes, you are. You are a star.
Do you know what, mate? I'm grade 6 trumpets. If you ever want to collab,
mate, we could always use a trumpet, and if for the right rate, you know,
bit of brass, mate. I'll do it for free.
Yeah, man.
Bit of brass with a mute in there, mate.
You're in.
Come on, babe. Well, actually, talking about collabs, you said you like to collab with Taylor Swift or Miley Cyrus. I can see you with Miley quite heavily,
neither
actually.
of those materialised, so...
Yeah, but mate, I mean, dude, you just might as well say them, right?
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, no, I suppose it's just there's a song that on the record that that I'm still searching for the right duet partner on, actually. And it's a bit of a country sort of a thing. And so, like, I just kind of plucked those two names out because they felt like, there's loads of great like female, country singer-songwriters I'd love to work with. But those two, obviously, there's not many bigger than them two.
I think you and Miley would be unbelievable.
Miley would be sick,
That'd be that. I think that's probably your top, isn't it?
I'll be very happy with Taylor as well.
Mate, this is something that I really wanted to be face-to-face with you for, by the way, mate. I wanted to congratulate you, really, on recently becoming a Billion certified artist, mate.
Thank you, yeah.
How does that feel?
I never really know how to put it into words. I suppose it's bigger than me, isn't it? It's like, it's an unquantifiable stat. It's like, it's
hard to wrap your head around, isn't it?
To have 1 billion streams in one territory, in one place, across the globe is cool enough. But look, it's because of how the fans, like, they take the music and they it belongs to them, and my fans are the best. They campaign for me constantly, and like, it's because of them.
And I am very much one of those fans. I'm so excited to have you on the show today, man. Thank you so much for joining us. I can't wait for next time already. You know I love you. And how lovely is James Arthur, by the way? He is such a great person, and I tell him all the time, like, my door is always open for you to walk through. He's yet to do it when when we haven't scheduled him in, but there will be a time. What a tune, by the way, and I'm big fan of Blindside, and I think that we're going to see a lot of big stuff from him very, very soon. And actually, we're going to see all the stuff he's been working on in not too long. Very exciting. As you can tell, I'm a big fan of James Arthur. Also, he's very tall. Very, very. I hugged his waist just now. We had a photo together. I hugged his waist. Stay with me because you've got